Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Lady K Chat, a podcast that is designed for men and women to become better versions of themselves, which is broadcast every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Various subjects will be spoken upon, such as relationships, health and wellness, personal development, wealth building, children, and so much more. She is a two-time Amazon best-selling author, an international speaker, and life coach. She is Lady K. And now for your host, Lady K.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lady K Chat podcast. I am your favorite host, Lady K, and I'm just blessed that you are here with me today so we can talk about holiday joy. We are going to be talking about holiday joy in the whole month of December. Listen, we had one heck of a year, and at this time, I think we each and every last one of us deserve to have some type of joy because 2020, again, has just been one. I don't even have a word to describe 2020. All I can say is some people have gained some positive experience and some people have gained some negative experience. And it's probably a little bit of both to everybody. But moving forward, we definitely want to make sure that in 2021 that we are definitely living our best life and a better life. And honestly, in order for us to all of us to get through this coronavirus, I want to say, please, everyone, I stress the fact that continue to social distance. And even though we are in a holiday month and we love to get together with our families, this year we're going to have to do the dynamics a little different, and it's all for our safety. If we want to get through to this together, we're going to have to say, you know what? Okay, this is what I love to do, but because of this, I know I'm going to have to do this. And remember, it's only temporary. If we do what we need to do now, 2021, we can have the experience that we always had with our families because that's what we want. That's what holiday joy is always about. It's about having that experience with your family, the good times where you can reflect back and say, hey, I remember that time when Uncle George did this, and hey, I remember when the baby did this. You know, it's all about those memorable moments, and we want to continue to create those moments. But because right now we're kind of limited, let's talk about the things that brought us joy back in the day. Yes, that's the first thing I want to talk about. And I want to talk about my experience and what I had growing up because I thought I had the best of both worlds. I really did. Up until the age of 5, my mom celebrated Christmas. We always got gifts every year, you know, me and my siblings. And then at the age of 6, she was like, listen, we're not doing that no more. We're going to do Kawannza, you know, all this Ujama and Nia. So I'm like, what's this? What is this? But I can say as an adult, reflecting back and looking back, it was a wonderful experience. My mother just gave me something that I can't even explain. I don't even know the words. I'm going to try to do my best, but I just love it because it doesn't matter within Christmas or with Kwanzaa, it still gave me that impact that I was with family and I was blessed with gifts and the transition stage too. Yes, how when we first started out our days with the Christmas, you know, we lived in the Bronx, New York. We didn't live in the best environment, but my mom made the best of it. And she was able to work hard and get her family out. And she moved us to the suburb of Long Island years later. And then when that happened, you know, by then we were celebrating Kwanzaa. And again, it's just all about the experience of having a family. But I also appreciate too, when, you know, you get a chance to watch your parent transition. It's just something about that. I don't know about you. I don't know if you guys can relate. I hope you can relate. If you can relate, put in the comments, Lady K, I can relate. Because it is a blessing as you go on through the years that your family can celebrate the holidays in a home and in an environment where it's safe and it's wonderful and you just have the love of the family, because that is so crucial. So going back to me, so when we celebrated Christmas, again, the gifts was there. When we started celebrating Kwanzaa, the gift was there. But when we start to get to the Kwanzaa celebration, and my mom had more knowledge and depth of it, and she embedded it in us. At first we didn't get it, but when you keep being repetitive and redundant, the babies get it. Because now at the age where I'm at, I get it now, and I get where she was going. So going back a little bit to Christmas, she always taught us that, this is Jesus' birthday. This is the day that, we give thanks to the Lord. That was one thing that my mom embedded in me. So I had again, the best of both worlds. I had to still in me, okay, this is Jesus' birthday. And then on top of that, I had the Kwanzaa, where we talked about, economics, development. We talk about creativity. We talk about purpose, because those are the meanings on some of the names that's in the 7 principles. And again, that just left a big impact on me, because as today, I get to teach it to my children. It's all about those experiences. So I want to ask you, what experience are you leaving your children? Now, I know I said I had a great childhood, and I can reflect the great times around the holidays, but I understand that's not everyone's story. So if it's not your story that you didn't have a great Christmas or a great Kwanzaa or a great Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, what do you want to instill in your children if you have children? And if you don't have children, what kind of impact do you want to leave for yourself? Because we all know that's what it's all about. If something in the past was negative, we know sometimes we can turn that negative experience into a positive. That is one thing about that I love about this season, is that God gives us the grace and He gives us mercy. And we have that every single day. So we have the grace and the mercy and the joy to change our experience on a daily basis. You don't have to make a New Year resolution and say, oh yeah, it's now December. Oh yeah, when next year comes, I'm going to do this. No, you can say, right now is my new year, and I declare that moving forward is going to be like this. And then you just stick with it. And even if you mess up, you just say, hey, I'm gonna pick myself right back up and I'm gonna keep going, because that's what life is all about. It's about the experience and what you want to and what you want to leave for yourself. Give yourself some joy. This is December joy. Smile. Yes, smile. Please drop in the comments, are you smiling? Yes, because I want to see those happy faces. Put those happy faces emojis in the comments, because I want to know that we're on the same page, that what we want to create for ourselves, and also to reflect back and look at some memorable moments. And like I said, COVID was one heck of a twist, and we're still dealing with it. But again, together we are going to get there, and we're going to make sure that moving forward things are going to be fabulous, because we all know sometimes all the time, there are some things that's out of our control, and there are the things that we can control. So today I am telling you to focus on the things that you can control, because you want a better and a dynamic future for you and yourself and your family. Now, for the people that had a hell of a time in 2020, especially financially, and you're feeling it right now because you want to give your kids the best experience, I want you to keep this in mind. If you celebrate Kwanzaa or not, it doesn't matter, because this is a principle that we all can be applicable to. And it's called Kawannza. And Kawannza is called creativity. And this is the space that I need you to get into with your children, because you're feeling down, because right now financially you can't give them the gifts that you want to. So I'm going to tell you this, and don't be ashamed of this. Take yourself to the dollar store. Get everything you need and you want. Spend like $20, $25 worth. You can get the fake Christmas tree. You can decorate the tree. You can get things to cut out to put and decorate around your house. And you can even get the little gifts when the kids are not watching and looking. Pick up something. It's okay. Don't beat yourself in the head because this year you're unable to do it financially. Create that memorable piece for them. Again, like I just shared my story with you. I shared that it was great because I had to spend time with my friends and my family. And, not even just the gifts that my mom gave. It's just that, when the family came over, and especially in our community, in African American community, you already know. And I'm sure a lot of communities too, when we can come together and cook, my gosh, That right there speaks so much volume. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not taken the time to sit with your kids and show them new recipes, this is the time. They're going to remember that. Yeah, they might feel like, oh, I didn't get the gift exactly that I wanted. But please believe me, when they get older and they reflect back on this, they're going to say, my mom, my dad, they did this, and I remember that, and I just love what they gave to me, and I love what they instilled in me, and I'm still carrying that on this day. And then now you're doing it with your children. Family time is important time. You want to value that time that you share together. And even if you do not have your own biological family, whoever that's around you that you consider a friend, that they have went beyond and be above for you, that's your family. Don't feel bad because it's not your biological. And even in this time, in this space too, because last month I talked about grief and I talked about the experience sometimes that we go through. We don't realize that we carry it into our future, and we don't realize why we have sometimes feel a void, or why at times we feel like, hey, why do I feel like this is deja vu? Because you have not identified, and you have not tackled, and you have not took the time to deal with it. So I'm telling you right now, deal with whatever that you're going through. Yes, because if not, because we're all saying, oh, 2021 is going to be better. 2021 is not going to be better if you do not tackle it right now. And I'm telling you this moving forward, because once you accept whatever you went through, and then you say, I'm going to leave that there, and you're now creating those memorable spaces for you and your family, you are unstoppable. Again, God gave you the gift of joy. He gave you the ability to express yourself. He gave you the ability to receive grace. And that's another thing too, grace. Whew. Let's talk about grace. Have grace for the people that done you wrong. Have grace for yourself of your shortcomings. Be kind to yourself. Speak highly to yourself. I know you say, Lady K, speak highly to yourself. Yes, that means powerful words of affirmations, and teach that to your kids, because when you do this gives them the self-esteem that nobody can break down, because you instill those values into them. Again, this is December joy. This is the joy. This is the season to be joyful and to be grateful. You may not be where you want to be, but guess what? You're getting there. And again, I'm going to tell you again, create these moments for your children, because if you don't, they're going to have to deal with some stuff that they should not have to deal with as an adult because of what happened in their childhood. This is why I'm telling you, do not beat yourself up about not affording that gift. Guess what? Let me tell you something, right? If you decide to say, you know what, I don't have the funds, I don't want to be positive, I'm going to say whatever, guess what? Your children are going to remember that. And if that happened to you, it's like, look what you're creating. You want to break generational curses. You don't want them to experience what you experienced. You want them to have a better and a brighter day. Teach the babes now. If 2020 have not taught you anything, it should have taught you to come closer to your family, to draw closer to your friends that you call family, to draw closer to the goals that you want. Write it down. Right now, I want you to write down, what do you want for your kids to experience in this holiday season? What joy are you bringing them? And if you're unsure, this is the perfect time and place and space to do so, because again, you want to create memorable moments for them. So when they reflect back, they're going to say, my mom, my dad, they took the time and they did this and they gave this to me. They gave the gift of time. Woo! You cannot take back time. We already know that our time is precious. If right now, if you are out of work due to COVID, and I know maybe your paycheck is not looking the way you want it to, but you have the time with your babies. You have the time to write down some strategies to get you out this mess that you're in. You have the time to reorganize some things. Listen, don't beat yourself up. Again, we are in the month of December. This is December joy, and only you can make it right for yourself. Only you. It takes you. Nobody else cannot instill the happiness. So again, create this time to make sure you write down every and anything that you want. Get all that negative conversation out of you. Get all that out. Whatever you gotta do. If you gotta pray, pray. If you have to fast, fast. If you need to talk to a therapist, talk to a therapist. And at the same time, too, because we have to social distance from our family. Listen, a lot of us have been using Zoom like crazy. Use Zoom. Have a certain time of the day where you're all on together. You're sitting down. Here's a good tip. Here's a good tip, right? When it is time to eat, put the Zoom on and y'all can all sit down and eat together and y'all can have conversations and sit there and laugh. That's memorable, right? You want that space. And then here's a good thing too. You can record it. Remember back in the day, we used to have the camcorders. Everybody use their phone now, but record your experience. It's here. Technology is here. You just have to use your creativity, use your imagination. We have all the tools that we need in front of us. Just use your creativity. Like I said, Kawannza. That's one of the 7 principles of Kawannza, and it's creativity. So now this is the time to create that for yourself. We're only in the first week of December. You have time. Make your time and use your time wisely. I hope you are appreciating this message, everyone, because I'm having a great time rolling with you. If you like what I said in the comments, say yes to Zoom, yes to recording, hit that because I want to see that. I want to see that you liking these little tips that I'm giving you. Yes, and if you want more research, do more research. Whatever that you can do just to bring joy to you and your family. And again, if you are in a financial bind, it's okay. Just utilize the resources that you have. Don't spend too much. Don't go too crazy. And we need to talk about this too. Stop going over your budget to make your kids feel good. Because later on in the year, you are going to feel it. No more of that. Yes, say no more. Type that in the comments. No more putting myself in debt because of the holidays. I will create a new way to give my family blessings and gifts. Yes. I know you're probably saying, Lady K, I don't like it. Listen, do you want to get in the 800 club of your credit score? Or do you want to continue every year to struggle? And it makes no, I have to say this. It makes no sense that you run up your credit cards or your line of credit in the holiday time. Then you take all of the following year to pay it off just to run it back up again. That don't make no sense. You're hurting yourself. Do a new thing financially. What do you want your financial goals to look like in the year 2021? And I also want to tell you this too. Coming up in the future shows in the month of December, we're going to be talking more about in depth of that. But right now, I'm just giving you an outline of what you want your 2021 to look like and to embrace the holidays because this is the holiday joy season. Everyone, I just want to thank you for sitting with me and talking with me. I hope everything that I shared with you today was somewhat helpful. I want you to enjoy the remainder of your day and continue to tune in every Tuesdays and Thursdays to the Lady K Chat podcast because coming up in January, I have something new for you that I'm so excited to share with you. And also, don't forget to continue to watch the Lady K Wednesday Walks. It's going to go on to the remainder of this year. Yes, we're going to stop Lady K Walks because it's only was a season. It's going to end at the ending of December, the last Wednesday of December. But definitely tune in. I'm definitely dropping some wonderful nuggets. And again, guys, thank you for watching. And you guys have a wonderful night. Lady K.